Assalamu alaikum to my dear Palestine and Gaza Muslims, brothers and sisters. This is my message for you that if you want these non Muslims to stop fighting with you, follow my message because there is no other way possible through talk and through war that you can end this war. They will continue murdering you, they will continue killing you because they are brainwashed people. Their religious leaders have brainwashed them against you, and the majority of Muslims of the world are not telling the truth to these non-Muslims. I have contacted and tried so many Muslims in the past, so many religious leaders, spiritual leaders, even media channels. They are not listening, they are ignoring. Literally, they are ignoring. So I have now stopped contacting almost all of them. Sometimes I try here and there, but I see the same result, ignorance. So I also ignore them. But now I can do what I can do now. I can speak my message through video and let it come on the internet so that when you will hear this, I believe, I hope that if any Palestinian or Gaza Muslim will hear my video, he will share it with others. So if you are from there, share it with others. The message is very simple. Listen carefully. When you fight in the way of Allah, when you die in the way of Allah, then Allah protects the dead bodies of Muslim martyrs, and Allah do not let their dead bodies decompose. This is a fact, and this is a miracle, and it happens only with the true Muslims. Like if someone is dying for the sake of like to be called a brave person in front of people because his intention is bad, so Allah will not protect his dead body. It's his dead body will also decompose, no matter if people are calling him martyr. Okay, remember this. So the rule is your intention is true with the Allah, right? And then you are fighting in the way of Allah. Then Allah protects your dead body when you are slain in the way of Allah, or when you die without being slain, but you die while you are working for Allah. In both conditions, Allah protects and preserves the dead bodies of Muslim martyrs and the righteous believers. So these non-Muslims do not truly know about this fact as well. Why don't they know about it? Because the majority of Muslims of the world are not showing it to them, and the mass media of non-Muslims is also not showing to them. But you know this. In the Quran chapter number 2 verse number 154, in the Quran chapter number 3 verse number 169, Allah has clearly told about this, that do not say who are slain in the way of Allah that they are dead. They are alive, but you don't perceive. The condition of alive, the alive condition can be seen in the physical dead body of Muslim martyrs, that even their blood remain fresh. You know how powerful practical proof is that, how powerful practical miracle is that. If you do not bury the dead bodies of Muslim martyrs which are being martyred through Israel missile, you can keep them on the earth and show their dead body, show their fresh dead body to the media, show their dead bodies to the non-Muslim media, so that their non-Muslim doctors can see this, their non-Muslim researchers can see this, their non-Muslim army officers can see this miracle of Allah through their own physical eye, and they can think about it. Why it is happening? Why their dead bodies decomposing with bad smell? Why your dead bodies are in fresh condition with good smell, with perfume like smell? This is a perceptible, practical, observable, neutral, irrefutable miracle of Allah. There is not even a single dead body of any non-Muslim on planet Earth, not inside the earth, not on the earth, that is preserved by Allah in fresh condition with fresh blood. There is not even a single dead body of any non-Muslim, because Allah is angry upon them, and all the dead non-Muslims are in painful punishment after they died as non-Muslim. And it is also clearly mentioned in the Quran, chapter number 2, verse number 161 and 162, regarding the non-Muslims who die as non-Muslims, that they are in the painful punishment forever. And in chapter number 3, verse number 85, it is Allah has told about that the religion Islam is only acceptable, no other religion. So this is the reason those non-Muslims are worshipping false gods. They are brainwashed. They belong to false religions, but they don't know this fact. Their majority don't know. More than 5 billion non-Muslims are in the world right now. More than 5 billion non-Muslims. And there are near about 1.5 or 2 billion Muslims in the world, but majority of those Muslims are not working on these signs to share with the non-Muslims openly and explain them and tell them why it is happening, why this is the fact, and how this miracle is very powerful, because it is a practical proof that there is someone who is doing this preservation, and that is Allah, the true God, and the true God who sent the last Prophet Muhammad in 7th century, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Islam is the true religion. When the non-Muslim majority will see and know about this fact, then they will embrace the Islam, then they will come to Islam, then they will enter in Islam, then they will stop fighting with you. Because they need awareness, they need education. They don't know this fact, they don't know this truth. Who will tell them? Majority of Muslims are not doing it. Majority of Muslims, I don't know if they will ever do it or not, but I'm not going to beg them anymore. I am going to make my videos, share on the internet, share the miracles, explain the miracles, so that I can also help you to know what you need to do, and I can also help my human non-Muslim brothers and sisters to know this fact, so that they can get rid of the false beliefs and false religions and false gods which their religious leaders have engraved within their mindset, due to which they try to murder you, they try to send missile to you. This is not just a issue of war through physical efforts. War is happening due to a reason that you need to understand. There is some serious issue behind the war. In their mindset, you are their enemy. And when they look at you as their enemy, they will try to obviously finish you. They will obviously try to kill you. They will obviously try to follow the order of their bosses, follow the order of their officers, just like you follow the order of your bosses, just like you follow the order of your officers. So if you worship Allah, they worship Yahweh. If you worship Allah, Christians worship Jesus. If you worship Allah, Hindus worship Ram, Krishna, Vishnu, Hanuman, Zeus, Thor, etc. So why, if you cannot leave worshipping Allah, then why should they leave worshipping their gods? Think about it neutrally, so that you can understand this war is completely, seriously religious war. And the religious war is happening because all of you and Jews are following different religions, but these religions are on the basis of different gods, the concept of different gods. And the differences of God is the core reason behind the war. If all the Jews will become Muslims, there will be no war. And if all of you will become Jews, they will not try to kill and murder you like they are doing now. So it's ultimately the religion issue. Even in the Quran, there are so many verses where Allah told about that they cannot be your friends, because until you come to their religion, until you go to their religion, until you accept their religion, until you accept their faith. So ultimately it comes back to the same thing. Religion. It is religious war. It is not political war or a war for something else. It is seriously, completely 100% religious war. And this is the reason non-Muslims are trying to combine their forces together to finish you off. And you can see how majority of Muslims are coward, silenced. They have no guts, they have no courage, to speak about you, to speak about the truth, to share the true message, to let the non-Muslims know that Allah preserves the dead bodies of His Muslim martyrs. Allah keeps their dead bodies in fresh condition with fresh blood. There are millions of dead bodies inside the earth, in the graves. But what I'm telling you, keep the dead bodies of Muslim martyrs on the earth. If you need some detail about this, is why is it important, and some other kind of theoretical information, I will share the link of some articles by Maulana Abrar Alam, Pakistani scholar and a spiritual doctor who is also working on establishing the peace in the world and to stop the wars and to have the non-Muslims enter in Islam through miracles of Allah. So you can understand more. So read those articles and think about my message, and then please, if you really want to help your non-Muslim brother and sister to save from hellfire where they are going, and you want this war to be stopped, then you have to show them the miracles of Allah, the observable miracle of Allah, perceptible, practical miracle of Allah that they can see with their eyes. Then have faith and trust that Allah will give the hidayah, the guidance to those non-Muslims who have good heart. Because among those non-Muslims who are trying to kill and murder you, there are many who think about it, what the hell they are doing. Because they are killing children, they are destroying the buildings, they are emotionally suffering. Allah is giving them punishment as well. Don't think they are very fresh and healthy. Allah is giving them severe pain, emotionally and mentally. So they cannot be happy in their life at all. 100% guaranteed. So the true peace of heart comes from Allah. And they are enemy of Allah. They are fighting against Allah. They are trying to finish the religion of Allah. How can Allah give them true peace of heart in their life? So what you need to do your efforts. Do your prayer, do your efforts. But in efforts, try to show them miracles of Allah. And having a fresh dead bodies on earth is a practical, clear miracle, which cannot be refuted, cannot be claimed as magic, because there is no other dead body of non-Muslim in such condition. So ultimately it will prove that this protection is by Allah and their decomposition is also by Allah. Because if their God would be true, they should have preserved their dead bodies as well, without any chemical, without any embalming, without any technique, without any medicine. But non-Muslims, some non-Muslim, like in Catholic, Buddhism, etc., they try to use chemical and embalming, and it is clearly proven fact that their dead bodies are fake, manual attempt. But Muslim martyrs are preserved naturally, and not actually naturally, miraculously, by the command of Allah. Do this as soon as possible. Let the world know, let the media know, let the people know, let the non-Muslim know that what is happening, so that they can enter in Islam, and obviously it will help you come to peace. Because when the war will end, when they will also enter in Islam, they will also worship Allah, why will they attack and murder you and your children and your wife and your relative? They will be your Muslim brother and sister, inshallah. So kindly share this message with every single Muslim in Palestine and Gaza, and let them act upon it, so there can be peace possible by the mercy of Allah. Thank you for listening. Take care.